Hello guys and girls. Don't judge me. I had foot surgery this morning. We'll talk about that later though. More importantly, I'm going to do a brow tutorial 2 different ways for you. I was really irritated because I just did my nails for Valentine's Day and I had to take it all off. And my piercings and blah blah blah. I also intended to start with an upload once a week. Thursdays is when I ended up uploading my last, so I was just going to stick to Thursdays or more. I had a video ready. I did an entire look with the Morphe James Charles palette, and my computer is out of space, which it told me after I edited over 2 hours. So here we are, after surgery, like I'm not supposed to be doing, but I can't stay in bed all that time. I also thought it would have been so fun to be able to bring you along parts of the adventure having the surgery this morning at the ass crack of dawn, but I could only have one guest, obviously my husband, because I had to have somebody drive me. So I couldn't, I got a picture of before I went in, so glamorous in this gown, and then I have my foot, which I'll show you later, because I'm not going to keep moving it at the moment. I'm situated, so we're going to be here. I of course have like rules and all this other stuff, so blah blah blah. Let's go do something more fun, like eyebrows. You all know I do my eyebrows very, very messy, and then I clean them up. I still don't think that I've nailed my perfect brow routine yet. Some days it works, some days they look okay and some days not, but I am such a brow freak with my red eyes. I was like obviously completely sedated this morning for over an hour, so we're gonna move along to one of the brows. I would like to know how everybody else does their brow. Do you have nice fitting people with, those bushy, beautiful eyebrows? They just have to comb them and that's it. I've also seen people that shave all or most of it off so that they can have A, more blending space, B, create the arch or the look that they want. Okay, so I'm going to put a little bit of this Drunk Elephant tinted Physical Daily Defense on so my eyes aren't so red. Should probably be sleeping, that's probably why. And if I don't move like too far over, I don't get washed out, but all these damn lights, it'll get better with time. Don't you worry. I love doing it, so recording, so the more I do it, obviously the better it'll be. And I greatly, greatly appreciate, and I'm also so very thankful for the people that have already subscribed to my channel. It keeps me motivated, it makes me want to do more. I've been making a little list of certain series that I want to do, so if you have any ideas, comment please, or what you would like to see, on the lighting that I have or use, parts of my collection. I wanted to do the series 3 looks with 1 palette, but I wanted to involve you guys, so if there's a palette that you would like me to see me do that with, also comment below. If I don't have the palette, I'll let you know, but I have a ton of palettes. Most of them you can find on my Instagram page. We can continue talking as I do my brow the first way. So, I'm going to start with this. It's from Pink Honey. It's called Honey Glue Raspberry Flex Hold. My handy dandy bottle of H2O. So this comes with a hole in the middle for a spoolie. So pretty innovative. That's what it's designed for. You have to get it damp though. So I just spray one spray of my water, just like I wet my Forgotten Beauty blender with, giving you all my damn secrets. Melissa. Actually, I don't have any secrets, because the whole point of me being here is to help you and me. Teamwork makes the dream work. Isn't that what they say? I have to wipe this off because, you know, I did a whole tutorial yesterday that I couldn't upload. Okay, or you can wet the spoolie. Not my foot. I'm gonna put one on there. One in here just to get lower. One on here just to get lower, and then of course the top I know is wet. Okay, so this is like basically eyebrow glue. Nothing is glue for my eyebrows, but most people, I haven't heard a single complaint about this stuff. It does work really, really good. Okay, so I'm going to do my right eyebrow first. Would be your left, my right. Well, I probably really should have showed you it. You gotta like firmly rub this in there. Probably not that much, but they'll last you forever. Let's see. And then firmly brush it through your brows. I like to go both ways, just to make sure that all my little brow hairs are covered. So I got it through there pretty well. Personally, I just brush mine straight up. There, that looks good. Okay, then just to mention, I also have the pink honey in a tinted, it's a cola cube, so it's a tinted version of the Raspberry Flex. If anybody is interested in it, it's a very good product. So first we are going to do this right eyebrow with the dip brow in the shade Taupe, as I showed you. I feel like I'm repeating myself because I did this yesterday. So I just obnoxiously get product on there, because then I just flatten it and spread it in the cap. It's just the cap. Makes it nice and flat. So you don't want to go too harsh right away. I should have just shut up, but so we're just gonna do that all the way through to the end. Over here, don't be alarmed. That's where sometimes I just do it really messy and then carve it out the way I want. A year or two ago, my eyebrows literally would take me a half hour, and it stopped me from doing my makeup a lot. So just keep on going. And then my other thing was, I always had a too warm or a too cool colored brow product. So it wasn't necessarily the shape. So it was more of the color was too warm or too cool toned. So it just always kind of looked goofy to me, but you know, I'm picky, so I kind of didn't flatten it back out in the cap. There's still some product. It turned out pretty good. So I can't decide if I like this way, the way I'm going to show you on this side, or paying a lot for a good eyebrow pencil, thin, when I can do it this way and the other way with plenty of the stuff that I already have. So I'm just going to stick with that. I think I answered my own damn question. It is kind of sticky, that honey glue, obviously honey glue, but your eyebrows won't move. Now, if you're going the correct direction, it's gonna start getting, you know, a little less product. So then if you swipe it going the other direction, there's still a whole bunch of product on this brush, if you need to do that. So sometimes work if I just flatten it out in the top again and then try to do little flicks, but I am very not good at this part. Well, in my opinion. This is where I debate the pencil. So I think that looks pretty good. So I'll show you on the end what I mean by if you swipe it the other way. I'll make it messy, but I'll clean it just to show you. Like, oops. See, there's still a whole bunch. So you can flip it to save product if you're comfortable doing that. Obviously, the brush is shaped like that for a reason, but there's no rules. Remember, if you like it, you do it. Do it, do it. Okay, now we'll clean her up with some concealer. I have my Scott Barnes little glass. I forget what the name of it is exactly, but it's to put, you know, mixing skincare concoctions or to put concealer on instead of having makeup all over your hand when you leave the house and you forgot to wash it off. So I'm just gonna put some of this e.l.f. Camo Concealer in Fair Beige onto this glass palette. That's what I wanted to call it. Brow pomade, and it gets dried up. You can always add a drop of like an oil that you have, but just do a very, very little bit at a time, because and you don't want to ruin it. So I'm gonna take this. It just says Makeup of the Day Pigment Packer brush. The point of the brush is I prefer it to be a little bit rounded, like this, or like this, or like this, and just take your time instead of having to redo it. That would have been me all the time. I get so mad. And then, yep, slowly, just so the front is fine. Up here I want it to be a little thinner, and then typically I would drag this down to across my lid as my primer also, so that saves a step, unless if you know you're doing something really, really creative and you want to use maybe P. Louise, or maybe you have a Holy Grail eyeshadow primer. So if it works, why fix something that isn't broke, you know, unless if it would be cheaper. So I do have P. Louise in my stash, but I only use that for those insane colored looks. Grab just a little bit more for this end here. So I'm using more of a swiping method. You can use a stamping method like this to try to get it as flat as possible, or as clean cut as possible, I guess would sound better. And then I just blend the concealer out so there isn't like crazy lines. So you could also go over it with a brow gel if it's your thing, but with this you shouldn't need to. For me, that's perfectly fine. You see how this eye has like a little bit more of a like a hood on it? That one's always more difficult for me to do. Not always, but it's not unusual. But remember, we ain't looking for the twins, we're looking for the sisters or the distant cousins. We can't keep up with no sister vibes with the brows. Holy moly. That's a little bit excessive. And, you know, our faces aren't exactly symmetrical, so the other brow we are going to do. So I'm just going to use the product that I have left on this brush. This is the Pink Honey Flex Hold. Raspberry Flex Hold, to be specific. Also, I forgot to tell you, sometimes people take their foundation to clean up the top if it's needed, because the concealer is a little bit too light, but you absolutely can do it with concealer too. I've done it before. And oh yeah, when you blend out your concealer right here, you can see like your brow hairs better, so then I can pluck the ones that I want out of there. Otherwise, I just use one of those really little razors and just right here, because otherwise it can like grab product and make it muddy. It works a lot better, looks a lot better, creates less issues if you just get rid of any hair down here that you don't want. They're typically a lot lighter, so they're harder to see, but when you put the concealer on, then you can. So below this, I only like pluck, there's just a couple that come out, and then there's one that like either will only go straight out or down. It's like one piece of coarse hair and it doesn't cooperate, so I just take the stupid thing out. Otherwise, I don't have enough brows to pluck, but keeping them groomed well underneath helps tremendously. So we're gonna move on to the left eye. I put the Raspberry Flex glue through. So for the other one, we're going to use eyeshadow, and that's a good option, I guess is what I'm trying to say, because there are so many different colors, and I think that helped me in figuring out which colors looked or worked well for me. One of my very first ABH palettes, Modern Renaissance. Look at the pan. But I'm really sick of this palette. I use this sometimes, and I use this sometimes for my brow. I'm going to show you how I do it. So I need to find the brush that I want, and I failed to do it on this side. You can use your finger or the brush to laminate them down after you put the flex hold in. These would be a little straighter if I would have done it that way like I'm supposed to, but I forgot. So moving along, I'm going to use, first I'm going to try this little tiny brush. It's an Acid Rain collection from P. Louise and Mitchell. Let's see, let me try this. So I'm gonna try Twig first. Okay, here we go, ladies and gents. So other than the product, I basically do it the same exact way as the other one. Try and find your shape, and that brush isn't doing it for me. Let me just wipe off this one that I was using. I have so many, I have to have another. Here we go. This is also I mean, seriously. The brushes, ooh, they're so pretty. Now you've seen my brushes unofficially. This is odds and ends, or I sometimes put dirty ones in here until I take my ass and clean them, just so they're not laying all over my vanity like they are right now. because that would mean there's even more brushes. So this is the Acid Rain collection. Also, it came with one of these, and one of these when you ordered base. What are they called again? P. Louise. Yeah, these things. Okay, so I'm gonna try this green one and see how it works out. Always trial and error. You'll never learn if you don't try or if you don't make mistakes. And I'm just crazy enough to do it in front of y'all. That is not where I want my arch. Over more. So you can tell that this one is, well, it's probably not going to be much lighter. I'm just filling it in, leaving the brow hairs that I pushed up just kind of peeking out the top so that it has somewhat of a natural finish. So I do mine basically depending on what I'm gonna do. If it's summer, I'm doing dip brow because this is gonna melt right off. But you know, you got a couple palettes, you know every damn palette's got some browns in it, so try it out. Might work wonders. Maybe you won't like it. It maybe isn't your jam. That's okay too. That's why I'm doing 2 different ways. So, you know, this one is gonna be messier and then I'll have to clean it. I want you up there. We're gonna have the sister vibes once I clean her up. I'm going to take the same brush that I used on the other eyebrow and dip it into that e.l.f. concealer and carve this EYEBROW. Anybody notice my new background? Anybody? It's okay if you didn't. It's not like I've been on here for years. I will be though. I will be here trying to share my knowledge that I gain. Tips and tricks. Fun. Do it yourself. Maybe I'll do one of those next. Now this one was a little sloppy up. Oh, up here, so just a little. Then blend it out. But here goes the real Melissa side to these brows. So I feel like I like them both, but I feel like this one is a little bit thicker and longer over there. I'm only going to try to fix it once. That's it. Otherwise, they can be left just how they are. Unless somebody begs to differ, please let me know. See, there was less product on the spoolie when I did this one, and these ones aren't sticking up as much. I have the most stubborn brows ever. No joke. Okay, I know that's gonna be good enough because I can't do it again. Blend this concealer and Drunk Elephant tint. What is it called? I can't remember. Physical Daily Defense Broad Spectrum Sunscreen, but it's got a tint to it. I was getting pretty dang oily. Medicine kind of makes me hot. But We're here for real, raw, authentic stuff. So I still feel like it's just because of the way my eyes are shaped. We'll blame it on that. See, here I go. I'm still gonna put something on that eyebrow. I feel like I'm missing some right here. And the ones that don't cooperate, go bye-bye. I know. Don't pluck your brows. Let them grow out. I get a couple random freaking hairs over there and that's it. So, no, I'm not doing that. I forgot to tell you that I was using a Real Techniques brush for... Okay, I'm not touching my eyebrows anymore. Legit example of what happens, except times it by 10, because I literally keep looking and looking and yeah, whatever. They look fine. Actually, they look pretty damn good, I think. I also wanted to show you some swatches, though. I have my birthday order from Cleona coming the end of this month. It gets mailed out. Cannot wait to share that with you. But I do have an Adept palette. I don't even know exactly how to say it. Divine or something. You'll know when I show it to you. Okay, so I paused and went and got these shadows that I wanted to show you. So this is a little 6-pan palette that I customized myself. So here are the shadows. Okay, I'll just show you what I have and then we'll go from there. These are the Adept ones. You guys don't sleep on these. So good. Both. And I have a touch of Glam. Just one single shadow. Well, they sent me an extra, actually. That is this one. And then that one, which I haven't even touched yet. This is amazing. Yeah, so, if you want me to show you some swatches of them, well, I'll probably do it either way. I don't know if I'll do it today or not. It all depends on how my foot is feeling. But I also, obviously, depotted all my Jeffree Star eyeshadows. Not because of the tea or any of that, because I just, you know, people make mistakes. The past is the past. Half of that stuff shouldn't have even been brought up, but that's just my perspective on the situation. The products I love, so yeah, I'm keeping them all. I kept the packages, but they are pretty bulky. But for the price, the quality, and the quantity is amazing. Why wouldn't I? I'm gonna try to show you all of them that I depotted, and then you can let me know in the comments if you want me to show you how to depot eyeshadows. So here's the first one I put together. I added the 2 Touch of Glam to the top because this is like one of my best ones that I put together. I wanted it to be like a rainbow palette, so you can see I got most of the shades out just fine. There was, throughout all of my eyeshadows, there was only a couple casualties, so I did pretty good. A rough looking one. Okay, the next one is this Adept again. I had it full with those rainbow. So this unfolds. It's a huge magnetic palette. So I have this side emptied, but I have this almost like the cremated palette, just made from all my other palettes. Just the browns, whites, golds. Yeah, the only thing that happened was a very small piece there and a little small piece right there. If you can see, I don't really want to hold it straight up because They might come in your lap. I'm sure you wouldn't mind. Maybe you would. I don't know. Okay, then some random ones. So they don't fit in these. These are just the large, the Z palettes. Magnetic. They fit very snugly, so I didn't jam them in there. All of these are fine. Just a little bit with the black, which still looks fine to me anyway. So this is also the large Alta Z palette. Let's see, I showed you the big Adept one. This is an 0 for 1 with some more like transition neutral. I had so many eyeshadows deep hatted, I didn't know what I wanted to do. Oh, and that 0 for 1 I got quite a long time ago as a gift for, I don't know, spending a certain amount or buying something or whatever it was, I don't know. So I don't know if you can still get it or not. Probably on their main website, I'm sure they have some kind of a magnetic palette. Now for the not so pretty ones. And I made one of my own, which I'll show you. So here's one that has the random Jeffree Star ones in it, and then these bigger these ones were from the Laura Lee Party palette that I found and realized I didn't use it, so I put them in. So as you can see, there was a couple slight mishaps with 2 of them, and you can absolutely always repress, you know, if you're having a hard time or you do break one or it's your favorite one or whatever happens. But I can show you in another video the tools that I use, how I depot, and depot a couple shadows for you, and what to do if they're not magnetic pans, yada yada yada. But I have a couple more to show you yet that aren't so pretty. So this is very pretty mermaidish packaging, just from, I think, Amazon. Okay, so it has more of the Jeffree Star shadows that I didn't want to cram in, and you can see that I put the not so pretty ones like separately, like that one. I mean, they just cracked a little bit on the top, and so just lost a little bit of shadow, but there's still plenty there, so I didn't feel the need to repress those. I think then the Divine, I think it's called, I don't know, I should have freaking asked Siri or something, Alexa. The Adept Build Your Own palette, good. Oh, these are just as good too. Here, let me do some swatches. Okay, I changed my mind on doing the swatches. I want there to be more natural light so you can really actually see. But I did want to show you the Touch of Glam one. But they are all very amazing. And I also wanted to tell you the names, so. And this, I'm pretty sure, was a limited edition shadow. So, I don't know if you can get it or not. Damn, the lights. Oh, you could see the purple pink almost there. Okay, well, right now, looking in the pan, it's blue and green. Now it's like gold and a different green. So let's just watch this bad boy. Oh my goodness. I don't know how to capture it in. It's not even showing the shift. It's breathtaking though. And then I have my Cleona ones coming. I got a few shadows from the stained glass collection, and then the stained glass magnetic palette for my birthday, but it doesn't ship out till the end of this month, so I have been impatiently waiting. Okay, the last thing that I wanted to show you was a magnetic palette that I made myself. So, does this packaging look familiar at all? It's from Toddy oh, can't see. Toddy Lashes, there we go. Ta-da! Yep, made it all on my own. So, I can also explain that in a depotting video if you would like it. But you gotta let me know what you want. I gotta put all these back. And then I probably have to put my foot up soon. I'm going to work on putting this all together and uploading it, hopefully. Oh, yesterday was a nightmare, so now I got a taste of that. Oh, I just wanted to say thank you again to anybody that subscribed. I won't be mad if you share it, comment, turn on notifications. All of that stuff helps my videos get to different audiences other than just the people that are following me. But you guys that are have notifications on will obviously see and watch first, so I'll know who's paying attention. Okay, so I'm gonna have to put my foot up, so I'm going to say goodbye to all you beautiful people and go put my nails back on. Thanks to Pop Beauty for Valentine's Day nails. Say a prayer. So I just wanted to report that we love good packaging, because nothing happened to my nail polish on my wood floor. And here is my foot. I got about a 3-inch cut. I had a bunionectomy, so they had to move the bone over, shave some off, put her back with some screws. Now we just heal. So if I don't go put it up like I'm supposed to, I'm gonna end up in trouble. So I will see you peeps later. Hopefully I get my video edited rather in a timely fashion, I should say. Not like yesterday. Okay, I will see you soon. Bye-bye.